Mic check 1 2 1 2. So it's been a minute. As you can tell by the background, this is about to be a Poltergeist comic corner, and I'm sure you guys probably know it's been a minute since I made one. But I do want to point out that the rant that I went on in the last two episodes ended up being absolutely correct as always. I looked into the future and was able to tell that there'd be no progression for us in this space, and a lot of people, I'm sure, probably thought I was fucking crazy, but but everything I said ended up being absolutely correct. Um, it's nothing new to me. It's probably new to y'all. But let's take a look at another piece of proof. What does that say? EA cancels Black Panther game, closes cliffhanger games. I wonder if they closed cliffhanger games because they were making a Black Panther game. They really should have just changed the project name to something different, like WPG for White Panther game. Because I'm sure if they just had the word white, this whole situation would have been avoided. The fucking game studio would still be up. They probably would have got a bonus. Everyone would have got free lunches. They'd probably get free Uber to and from wherever they need to go. Electronic Arts, one of the highest reputation video game companies in the world, psych. Electronic Arts is canceling its planned Black Panther game and shutting down developer Cliffhanger Games, IGN has learned. In an email sent to staff from EA Entertainment President Laura Miele, Miele said that these changes, alongside other recent cancellations and layoffs, are being done to sharpen our focus and put our creative energy behind the most significant growth opportunities. In addition to closing Cliffhanger and canceling Black Panther, EA is also laying off some individuals on both its mobile and central teams. When asked for an exact number of individuals impacted, EA declined to comment. Of course they did. IGN understands the total number of affected individuals in this wave is less than the roughly 300 roles cut last month across Respawn and EA's fan care teams, but cannot confirm by how much. I'm not going to finish that article, but this is something that's on IGN and a couple other places too. I know if I go back, it is like just up on Google in general. So with that game studio that got closed, I think a couple other games got shut down too. I was watching a video yesterday where they were saying that they were also working on an Iron Man game, but I gotta look at all these stories and a couple more to figure out the exact details of that, but I'm not about to do all that shit. This story is, to me, something that don't really matter. But of course, there's going to be another Black Panther game that was in existence but isn't going to be brought to light. Of course. I mean, why would we expect any other outcome? And the reason why I'm bringing this up too is because originally I thought that this was the Black Panther Captain America game. I'm not going to show a trailer of that right now, but those who have been up with video games in general know what I'm talking about. That game, the Black Panther and Captain America game, that one's not canceled. This is something else. This is a solo Black Panther game that no one's seen. I don't think they've even had a trailer for this. But this is a Black Panther game that was slated. It was, I guess, in production. And later in the future, they probably would have showed the first trailer. But I want to differentiate that this game is canceled, but the Black Panther Captain America game, that game is not. That's by a different studio. I thought that was by EA, but that's by a different studio. That one's still in progression. So yesterday, shout outs to Ganglvnd Livestream. I was featured on this video was on his channel. I was trying to pull up the video to put in a post on my page, but I pulled up to his platform yesterday, and during the time I was there, I'm playing this on mute, but if you want to hear the conversation that was held in this video, you got to go find it. But during the stream, I mentioned that I do comic book videos because this video that I'm doing right now was the next one on my list. And someone had asked me a specific question about someone named Eric July, if I'm familiar with their work. And I wasn't familiar with the name, but what Eric July does, I am partially familiar with that. He is the owner of a comic distribution company that he started, I think, around 2020, 2022-ish. And he does these comics, I believe, called the Ripperverse. And I believe I've heard of the Ripperverse. When I saw a photo yesterday after I got home and looked it up, it did look familiar. But I did have to look more into the details of his work and what he does. And yeah, the shout outs to Eric July. The things he's doing in comic books in general are real good, especially for the community. My channel, as far as comics go, I explained in, I think, the first comic book corner video I did. Before that, I was doing them as live streams, but I deleted all of them and started them over so they could be videos that stay on the page and are easier for people to access. But within the first video, I explained that I'm someone who used to have comic books as a kid, like a couple, mostly Ninja Turtle comics, because I got like a pack of them when I was younger. There used to be a comic book store in the city. It's no longer there. There's a different one now that I stumbled upon in my old stomping grounds, and I got to check that out. But long story short, I haven't had as much access to comics as other people probably do in the country that happen to have several comic stores from the 70s that have done so well that they've stayed there over the years. So I feel like I'm the least familiar person with comics, and that's the reason why I started doing comic videos. So I was asked about Eric July. I pulled up his Wikipedia just to get like a small summary of what he does. It's all there. I'm not going to go into details, but shout outs to Eric July. With this info, it makes it a little bit easier for me to track down his works and his comic, even though Wikipedia isn't all facts. I always let people know it's not all facts. Most of the time they have the story right. Like this specifically, this isn't it's not like they're not recanting events. Like this is basically like just an explanation of what this person has done, what's been documented that this person has done. So I'm kind of looking at it like, oh, okay, cool. Like it has what I need to go find his YouTube channel, the comic books, the publishing company, all that stuff is there, which is real cool. So now I'm gonna switch the topic, and we're still gonna read a comic in a little bit, but I'm gonna switch the topic real quick. So this is my YouTube page. Of course, you know what my YouTube page looks like, but within my shorts, I've been mixing it up, putting records that I have, and these records all kind of tie into the live I did. I don't even know if it's showing up in this main thing, but I did a live that has to do with vinyls. It's called My Vinyls Way of Brick. And that Vinyls Way of Brick is tied to these shorts I do of the records. But the thing I want to point out is I have been doing shorts of video games, and a lot of people seem to like the shorts I do of Marvel Rivals. So lately I've been kind of showing people a little bit of how I get down with Magic. Magic is, for those that do know, Colossus's sister. She has her own arc and story, and she got like sent to the Dark Realm through interesting events. But I've been tearing shit up with her in this game. Let's see.
Get ready. Here come the disappear.
Yeah, like the shit I was doing was so crazy the game couldn't even keep up with recording it. This is another time when I was whipping, when I was serving people up on my Twitch. Yeah, so she just swings her sword like a fucking maniac and leaves behind little goblins that just claw and scratch up people who walk into it or objects that need to be destroyed. So I'm basically just wiping off the vital members of the other team, except for him. I know he was about to be on that bullshit, so I got up out of there. I was barely even scathed. So yeah, yesterday is the day that they added Ultron. And I'm gonna be streaming that either on here or on my Twitch. But for those who don't have my Twitch, the link is in my bio on my page. I got the Los Devilis, as you see in the background, the logo. I got the Los Devilis Spotify playlist, and I got my Twitch up here too. And the Twitch is where I'll be streaming some of my games and shit. But on my Twitch, this is the offline page. This is what it looks like. When you click the name, then it goes to all my videos. But in the offline page, I have all the links here that aren't on my YouTube. So this right here, this is a link. This is a link as well, and this is also a link to the Spotify playlist. But I wanted to bring it up to show this link in particular. So this is the year where me and Raiko's album Emeralds hits the 10-year anniversary, I think in October. And I did a new album cover for it, and the album's always been free, so I decided to put the link on my Twitch page as well. So if anyone wants a free album, feel free, hit the link. This is an album out of all my discography. This is an album that I stand by. I feel like everyone has something to learn from it. Even though it's 10 years old, a lot of the stuff that I was talking about back then still corroborates with today, because we've kind of, we currently have the same president as the president that was about to be elected when this, or no, we have the same president as the president that we had when this album came out, I believe. Wanted to point that out. So like I said, when you click the name, that's when it goes to the actual page. So not a lot of people know that about Twitch, and like it's shown here, Ultron came out today, so we about to run that up later. But Twitch, it's a mirror website, so a lot of people hit the offline page and think that that's all that is, but when you click on the name, that's when it takes you to the actual page. So I am going to close all this out real quick, and we are about to get to this comic. So this comic that we're going to look at today is a special request by the homegirl Drea the Virgo. One of the hardest working women on YouTube, as Ganglvnd Livestream says. Strong fam, always has like a good mental. I know lately she's been feeling down lately, but hopefully this comic will cheer you up. This is your request. So Spider-Man 2099 is something that I wasn't too aware of until Drea brought it up, and it was brought up due to Into the Spider-Verse, which is a movie that I still haven't finished. I saw part of it and I fell asleep, because of not the animation, but the speed at the animation moves, the frames per second. It felt like, I don't know, like I think I've been playing PC games too much, because it felt like it was moving at like 30 frames a second, but that's just the way it was drawn. And it's also most likely to prevent seizures and shit like that. So I fell asleep at part of the movie, but I do remember seeing a specific Spider-Man that was a little bit larger in stature, and she was bringing it to my attention that is the Latin Spider-Man, and I didn't know that. I thought they had made up that character for that movie, but it turns out that this character is someone who'd been in comics since the 90s when I looked it up, and I can't remember the character's actual name. It's not Miles Morales, by the way. It's someone else. I just forgot his name. So he'd been in production since like the 90s. And for those that are aware, there is a Spider-Man 2099 level in Marvel Rivals. And I'm sure like it's all connected. Like a lot of the things that are in Marvel Rivals seem crazy, but at the same time, they are things that are taken from lots of times something within Marvel Comics, or locations, time periods, dimensions, universes. So 2099 in Marvel Rivals on one of the stages is not a coincidence. It's actually a breach of comics. So as you can see, this is featuring Winter Soldier 2099. So Miles Morales has a similar outfit, but this isn't the Miles Morales outfit. And here's the thing, this I like this beat. So this is how do I say it? The 90s rendition of this character. This is gonna be, I think, a different rendition of that character. Like a lot has progressed since when this character was first introduced. So this is like a later episode, I guess you could say. Didn't think you'd hop a teletrain to the transverse, Spider. I got your people here safely. I owed you for the pain I caused, but that's not all. I need your help. Norman Osborn's alive somehow. He's put a bounty on the Celestial Garden, and whoever gets there and secures it for him becomes the newest member of his cabal. And you want to know how to stop him. Osborn's bounty will have mothers gutting sons. We stopped that first. There could be a way, an ex-soldier with a standing offer on the Murmurnet. Trades wet work for intel, the kind you'd never have, but I do, and you did help my people. Give her what she wants, she'll kill Osborn's bounty. So who the fuck is that? That looks kind of like Ghost Rider. Even if she's got to bring down the whole Murmurnet with it. So Winter Soldier, I think, is a woman now. Osborn's got to be stopped. Ghost Rider. Oh, wait. What? Is that Ghost Rider? Interesting. Interesting. Send the soldier the intel she needs. Zimny Mech, Siberia, the Free Russian Alliance. It's been a hard walk, and with every life taken, I've been building a memorial to the past. I am the last Winter Soldier. Oh, she's one of the Winter Soldiers. I've been out in the cold. My siblings and I were raised to serve free Russia. Remade in cities like Zimny Mech until our program was consolidated. My winter song is a localized electromagnetic pulse field, kills any technology in my radius. Oh, okay, so she sings a song or plays a song that destroys technology. Weapons like that frighten the incoming program in chief. So we were all set up for liquidation. We were sent to sabotage Alchemax's relaunched Acer program. This shit is nuts. But none of their defied death troops was waiting for us. Deserted, disavowed, disgraced. But still defiant, I alone survived. I set the Murmurnet offer. Hunted arbitrators, but until the rider's last bit of intel. The last name on my list evaded me. Chief Roland, Winter Soldier 13. How many people did you kill to get here? Not as many as you killed to get me here. No gun, I'm insulted. That black card can't stop a fist. That looks like Anthony Hopkins, low key. And what good would a rifle be this close to you? But I do have a weapon, something your winter song can't touch. You're a product bought as black market surplus to be rebuilt by the technosmiths. No name, no story, no family, but the state, or so you thought. This is your real life. 13, all the details, memories of it right here. That's like a little pyramid. Or is that a card? Yeah, I guess it's a card. Give me the data drive. I think not. You see, my black card is both stick and carrot. As a Cabal pledge, I have knowledge you couldn't imagine. My Mysterium data drive is broken, but it could be healed. Anthony Hopkins with Thanos mouth. How? The Americans are calling in the Ontario Impact, Founder Osborne's pet project, a celestial garden whose waters heal man and machine alike. I'll be going with you, of course, lest my death trigger our fail-safes, and we both know no one escapes the boneyard. Damn, she punched that nigga dead in his fucking forehead. Holy shit. And she even told him he has no weapon for her fist. Oh, okay, so it is a pyramid. Goodbye, Wolin. Your friends might have built a cosmic Eden, but you'll never see it. Client deceased, waking the bone. Damn, she punched a dent into his forehead the size of a fucking... I'm sure y'all could see that. That shit look crazy. Like, even how it looks to y'all, it looks fucking crazy. This shit... like, seeing it all big, it looks a certain way, but how it's like a little bit smaller for how y'all are seeing it, this shit look crazy. And I think I mentioned before too, like before I do these comics, I always like kind of skim through them. So I did skim through this, and like days have passed, so I completely forgot what I saw, but I do remember giving it a pass. The murder of the Avengers emboldened the Black Card oligarchs. Two invisible Russias now exist in the same place. Only one suffers. The teletrain skipped distance with jump gates, state of the art 50 years ago. These days, the wealthy can afford an even faster method, instant transport. The rest take the longer way before it falls apart. But as you know, it's a good way to pass unseen. Damn, they look all fucked up. When you're trying to keep people around you alive, boarding card. Hey, I said boarding card. The pocket. Officer? We were sorry, we didn't know. Just scan it. Right away. Bad enough I lost a bet and have to ride this shock wagon. With your scanner, you mean? I'm sure that's what you mean. Shocking, black cards act like they run the whole country. Just get her moving, Vanya. So she was singing to make that machine not scan that shit. Yeah, this looks kind of like that fucking train that they show whenever you go to the 2099 map in Marvel Rivals. Eat and look away. The jump void steals your memories if you stare. If you have any to steal besides, that's just a superstition. Nueva York always wanted to see the light welding district. Best not to tempt fate, my dear. Where are you headed? Too bright for me. I'm meeting my grandson in the transverse. They say it's Ghost Spire hides you from those Cabal thieves. Your grandson is lucky to have you. I have no family myself. Unless the Zakusa, unless this Zakusa is an offer of intent. We're all family here. As long as we ride together, take whatever you like. Jump gate closing. Entering Ontario Express. So she took the knife. Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it. What you said, Nueva York, there's no station here. The crash cursed the land. Trust me, this is my stop. Welcome to the Waste, Winter Soldier, and the Crosshairs. Oh, Crossbones. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's If you guys remember Captain America Civil War, Crossbones, that's the dude who got blown up at the beginning in the bombing at that building that caused them to make the Accords and all that shit. So like this is the 2099 version of him. That's why he looks all futuristic and shit. You are now, wait, what do you say? Welcome to the Waste, Winter Soldier, and the Crosshairs of Crossbones. Chief Wolin sends his regards. So he busted his shot. She jumped and dodged it. Ever hear of the Boneyard, a chop shop where grunts are brought back from the brink of death as cyborg bloodhounds? Oh shit. So is that what happened to him? Crossbones was the worst of them. His rundowns were legendary. So I played the wild target until the passengers were safe. I knew what I was doing. It was my choice. And the pain that came next, that was my choice too. So I think he just ripped her arm off? Oh shit, this nigga ripped off Winter Soldier. Crossbones ripped off Winter Soldier's arm. This is nuts. Like the wings of a fly, except this woman, and remember, you still have 3 limbs left to pluck, and you've got 4. So let's get on with it. You'll never reach the garden, not while I live to pursue you. I know, I read the brief. You hunter-killers never stop. You hunt to the death. But there's a simple and obvious solution there. And I think she threw a piece of wood. No range rifle to save you now. Say goodbye to your electric heart. Sad, you think I wouldn't read your brief too? EMP shielding. Cute. But I'm too close to go down for a goddamn government Frankenstein. As if you aren't one yourself, what do you really think you'll find in that garden? You're an electromagnetic pulse device that thinks she's a real girl. I know what I am. I love it. I'm the bad dog they let loose, and that dog always stays fed. You won't even be the first Winter Soldier I've killed. Barnes' arm was a useful prize, but you? I think I'll take your heart. Tell me when you find it. She did a upwards elbow to his jaw. Big talk, but your song can't hurt me. You're just decommissioned tech. This only ends in your death. I never tire. I am metal where you are meat. And speaking of metal, she took out the butter knife she took, stabbed him in the chest. A friend lent me some, and she cut off his arm, I think. Oh yeah, she cut his arm off. Shit, she cut off Barnes, Bucky Barnes' arm. Oh, she punched it. Oh, she stabbed this nigga in his mouth through his head. Damn, that's crazy. A few parting notes, Mr. Bones. Dogs get put down. That arm doesn't belong to you. Oh shit, so she got Bucky's arm now. This is the most Metal Gear Solid shit. This is that Revolver Ocelot saga. And neither does my past, so if you're done, I've got somewhere to be. The Celestial Garden. Perfect. Looks like I'm first in line for my miracle. Won't be this quiet for long. Not that I'm sticking around. Right, memories. Let's double click and see what I've been. So now it's basically going through a flashback, I guess. Damn. Oh, and she played her song, and that shit got the aircraft to stop fucking flying. Damn, that's the end of the comic. So next, a strange god comes to town and his name is Loki. Damn, so Loki comes into the story. Yeah, so this is Spider-Man 2099 Exodus. So this is year 2022. This is number 1 of, I guess the series had 5 in it. But I like that. That's not really that bad. That was interesting. So stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna do another comic real soon. I do have a list of ones I'm about to go over, but I'm definitely gonna try more. I'm gonna try to find more Spider-Man 2099s. I'm not sure if they'll end up being in this same series of 5. It might be like previous ones, but that's actually what I'm gonna try to dig for. I'm gonna try to dig for like earlier ones, because in this, we didn't really even see Spider-Man, and that's what they do. They want you to get the whole series, because the whole series has a whole story. This is just a small portion. But I kind of wish they would have started the story off with Spider-Man and then did Winter Soldier on a different whatever. But I mean, it was still cool. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have another hip-hop album review real soon. I'm about to actually try to put that together right now. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. Throughout the weekend, I am gonna be streaming on YouTube Sunday for sure, and I might maybe stream something later tonight, but be on the lookout for that. If you have Spotify, go find the playlist that's in my bio. That's just fire. It's got music from all the albums I review. It'll basically let you know what's popping. It even has songs I don't really touch on. I don't get to touch on every single song that I hear, so a lot of them are in that playlist. These beats that you're hearing right now, for whenever I do the comic book corners, you can go back into the previous ones and hear them too, but these are all beats that I made. This one right here is called Goodfellas. This is my shit. But I'm gonna let this video end on this. But yeah, like definitely hit them links in the bio. Hit the Twitch. I just need like 9 more followers on Twitch to get monetized. I'll be running it up on there. Whenever I'm not on YouTube, I'll be on there doing some shit. I'll be killing it in every game I play, so it is what it is. As far as these beats go, I'm still adding to this playlist as well. I do have a Spotify playlist. I linked that in one of my previous videos. But we're gonna end this video here. Peace out, y'all. Stay tuned.